Assalamualaikum, my name is FATIN Izyan binti Muhammad Helmi and I'm going to present about the introduction. The Forbidden City is an English name that is a translation from Chinese word Zijin. The Forbidden City was built from 1406 to 1420 on the orders of Judi during Ming Dynasty. It is now 602 years old. It functioned as the administrative center of the country and as the residence of emperors and empresses for 5 centuries during Ming Dynasty until Qing Dynasty. In 1409, the son of the Ming founder relocated the Chinese Empire's capital from Nanking to Beijing in an attempt to dominate the Mongol Empire. He was in charge of the Forbidden City's construction. Thousands of artisans, millions of laborers, and construction materials were brought in from all around China for the project. According to some estimates, approximately 2 million workmen and craftspeople were involved in the construction of the enormous palace. The first reason why we chose this destination is the Forbidden City has unique architecture of buildings. It was carefully designed, appealing such an illusion. The subdivision of the building is large red walls with yellow glass roof tiles that make it different compared to its surrounding and usual building created. This uniqueness will make people to always recognize the place due to the highlight of the building's colors and its design. Reason number 2 is the Forbidden City is the largest palace complex in the world, over 3 times larger than the Louvre Palace in France. The city, covering 7.75 million square feet, which is equal to 720,000 square meters, and is separated from the rest of Beijing by 52 meters moat and 10 meters wall, completed with gate towers guarding to its entrance. Third reason is the Forbidden City is a must-see attraction for visitors to Beijing. It is a very popular destination in Beijing because the government have to limit the numbers of visitors to 80,000 visitors per day. The fourth reason is it is used to be the home to Chinese emperors. They live together with their family members. Besides that, the government officials also live at the palace. From Ming Dynasty time until the Qing Dynasty between 1368 to 1911, there are about 24 emperors live in this palace. The fifth reason is the Forbidden City not having cold problem during winter. This can be said because the heating process at that palace is complex. There are hollow walls in the palace connected to pipes that were connected to ovens outside the room. This style was also used to have warm beds. Due to the ChinaDaily.com.cn, Forbidden City was ranked as the most visited museum in the world. In 2019, about 19 million people visit Palace Museum of Forbidden City in Beijing. This is the statistic of visitors regarding the report. The numbers keep on increasing year by year, even though the Palace Museum has limited the number of visitors to not more than 80,000 tourists per day in order to protect the ancient architecture. However, the number of off-season has still increasing year by year. Why people want to visit the Forbidden City? Since Palace Museum is the main reason why people love to visit the place, let's focus on the specialty of this museum. The museum was founded in 1925 and this museum displays some of the most impressive jewelry and arts in all China. The Palace Museum displays many types of impressive treasures such as Yasu rectangular vessel. Next, grey jade stove carved with dragon in cloud. And the last one, Langqian red glass vase. Furthermore, Palace Museum also displays artworks. Here is some artworks that were displayed there.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is NORATIKAH binti Muhammad Najib. I would like to present about policy and design standard. Tourism policy. Firstly, the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, that is MCT, is in process of bringing China cultural policy into effect. The MCT plan include broad direction for museum development as well as specific objectives such as Aim for museum ground count and habits and visitor numbers. Next, city development project entail an agreement between a local government and a group of developers that give valuable properties in exchange for the construction of urban infrastructure. The new National Place Museum Plan in 2018 to 2023 aimed to promote Taiwan tourist economy and create precedents for other museums in promoting cultural tourism. The strategy has 5 policy directions, such as firstly, increase public involvement, interact with local communities, improve the museum professional capacity, next, expand the range of exhibition materials, and the last one is increase the NPM worldwide competitiveness. Furthermore, the State Administration of Cultural Heritage (SACH) was established as the MCT department in charge of overseeing museum administration. Based on systematic evaluation and classification of museums, the SACH set guidelines in the following years to help manage and regulate the definition, function, and social responsibilities of museum, including inhibition and service obligation. Museums were persuaded to give free entrance, and in 2008, the Chinese government published the notice on the free opening of the National Museum and Memorial, which legally compelled the SACH managed public museum to offer free general admission. This dramatic policy should provide a one-of-a-kind source of variation for the estimating the price elasticity of the demand. The design standard. Firstly, the dragon represents the emperor and the authority placed upon him. The pony represents ritual, and the seahorse represents blessing, and also the lion commanded the rain and avoided disaster. The fish called the wind and storm. The goat bull represents courage and powerful. Next, in the Forbidden City, the fortunate color red, which the Chinese connect with power, happiness, wealth, and respect, appear everywhere. The red color may be seen prominently on the gate, door, frame, outside timbers, and entire columns, all written common from the emperor, be recorded in red ink. Moreover, the hip roof that curve up into represent the highest point in the social order indicates a building where the emperor lived or handled significant business. For example, the Hall of Supreme Harmony has a double eave hip roof, indicating that it was the location of the most important imperial ritual and imperial weddings. And then the hundreds of metal vats were placed throughout the place to collect water, and yearly lightning conductors were built into the highest roof to reduce the risk of fire. Lastly, the Emperor Qianlong created the place of longevity and health, especially for his mom, which is Express Dowager Chongqing. She has been there for 42 years. Inside the place, there are a lot of artifacts with their own history. The design critique. First and foremost, lack of protection because of the design somehow damaged. As for example, one railing, one pillar, and one drum were harmed and shattered in front of the Tahi Place section of Danpi. Next, similar design and the lack of creativity. For example, the cultural artifacts are never updated and improved. So, many cultural and aesthetic products are similar pattern and a lack of uniqueness. Lastly, the deterioration definition are inadequate and the classification explanation are so confused. For example, the article Evaluation and Research on the conservation of stone cultural relic in Jiafu Place of the Forbidden City conducted quantitative testing on the status of stone cultural relic in the Jiafu Place region, but lacked intensive pathological diagnosis and constructive preservation plan.